Hello everyone, Mohi here, and this is
Sharik.
And we are going to talk about Justice League. I've been wanting to do this review for a very long time, but unfortunately we didn't. We were very busy and we couldn't.
I can't imagine why.
Yes, because I have commitments.
And
And
is that what
stuff.
they call it now?
Commitments. Anyways, I just got to warn you guys, it's going to be a spoiler-filled review/discussion. So we're going to talk about everything that happened in the movie. Okay, so if you haven't seen Justice League, you've been warned. Okay, I'm going to put something over here, like spoiler warning. Okay.
Just stop watching this video. That's all we're asking.
Yes, if you haven't seen it, this is it. Stop watching it. I mean, do watch this video, but after you've seen Justice League.
So go watch Justice League and then get back to us.
Exactly.
We
Then
need
come
you.
back. Yes. And yeah, so here we go. So Justice League. This has been a very, let's say, if you think about this, has been a very long time coming. It came out in 2012, and then Justice League, Man of Steel came out, and they've been building it since then. You know, to unite all the heroes. They had all this promotion going on. I remember Unite the Seven, which I still don't get it. There's 60 videos in the school.
That's that one I didn't know.
I remember seeing it in the posters. I'm gonna put it up. And it says Unite the Seven, but there's Superman, there's Batman, there's Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash,
and the guy from Game of Thrones.
And the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Surfer Dude, Aquaman. There's 6 people, but for some reason in the promo they used to say Unite the Seven. I still don't know what that is.
Maybe they were trying to go with the lucky number about
Yeah.
symbolism.
Maybe they missed out on Green Lantern. I don't know. So let's start with the synopsis. Okay, so Justice League is like I said, Superman is dead, super dead, and the world has lost its hope. And Batman.
Oh no, it's not Batman. It's Ben Affleck.
Yes,
Batman.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So Ben Affleck, Batman.
No, Ben Affleck. You're doing good. Ben Affleck. Yeah.
So Batman really wants
Affleck.
to. Bruce Wayne. Bruce Affleck. So he was inspired by the end of Batman v Superman because Superman gave up his life, and now he wants to, what's the right word? He has his faith restored in humanity, and he wants to bring all these superheroes together because he believes something big is coming. Some invasion is coming. So far, if you are not aware of this, so far a lot of the DC movies they haven't. If you go check out the Rotten Tomatoes,
Rotten Tomatoes.
is it tomatoes or tomatoes?
Tomato.
Okay, Rotten Tomatoes. Score check karte. So a lot of the DC movies they haven't been getting good reviews.
Remember that interview Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck when they started playing that song, Simon Garfunkel?
Yeah. Sad. I'm gonna put the link in the caption. You should watch it. So this was Justice League's. This was their way of making good on all the mistakes that were made. Because a lot of people they criticized Batman v Superman. I remember reading about this, and even I felt it. It was too dark and gritty.
Yeah.
Like if you look at Superman in Batman v Superman, he's super depressed. Why isn't he smiling? Just smile more.
That was the biggest flaw. Even in Man of Steel, Superman barely smiles. If you look at the animated series, the comic books, Superman, whenever he would, save the day, the sun would be showing, and he would fly out in space, and he would look at the screen and he would smile. That was, enlightening to us.
Yeah.
Here, it's like he's going through depression for something.
Yeah.
I mean, depression has to end, man.
Like he's seeing a therapist.
Exactly.
Which there's nothing wrong with
He
that.
needs a really good therapist, yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Ain't
that.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the good in the movie.
Alright, absolutely.
Okay, so Sharik, what did you like in the movie? What did you like? What stands out in your mind? This I like.
Alright, well, firstly I'll go with the action sequences. In every fight sequence in this one, they're all entertaining. It's very intense, you're hooked to the edge of your chair and it fulfills you.
Right.
So the fight sequences I was happy for. I liked how even though they kind of did muddle up a bit, but every character had their own set of individuality. You see Cyborg having his identity crisis, you see Wonder Woman having her agenda, Ben Affleck having one of his own.
You really don't like Ben Affleck?
I really don't like Ben Affleck. Look, he's a brilliant director. I will never deny that. But for the love of God, man, just stop being Batman. You can't be Batman.
Okay, I disagree with you. I think he's probably the best looking Batman on screen. And as far as acting is concerned, I might even say this might piss some people off.
Yeah,
But I think he might be better than Christian Bale in a few ways.
Excuse me? Okay, you know what?
Okay, this is
I'm done with this. I don't even have a mic to take off.
Shouldn't even have a mic to take off.
It just so happens I have a very hot cup of tea in my hand.
Yeah.
Now, about that Ben Affleck being better than Christian Bale, sir?
Sure. Can I get a chai? just to save my life. But someone who's read the Batman comics, Ben Affleck's Batman, he really, and I'm not even making this up, he reminds me of the comics. I mean, you know, credit is, you have to give credit where it's due. He actually reminds me of the comics. I really like The Flash. I think he was...
as a client.
Yeah, as the comic relief.
Of course, yeah.
I think Ezra Miller did a very good job. You could relate to him. He's new at this. You can tell even there's one very good scene I really like that Batman says to Flash, because he says, I just push people and I run away. He's never done battle. So I really like that scene where Batman says to him, he says just save one life and then you will know. Just save one person at a time. That was really good. That was like a scene like a veteran superhero is guiding his, his younger counterpart.
Exactly. It's like the apprentice mentor.
Exactly. I like that fact. So that was nice. There were some nice, cool moments in between. I really like the Flash character. I like the cyborg. I'm forgetting the actor's name. I think he did a really good job. You could relate to him. He didn't overdo it. But still, I think his subtle performance was really good. That he feels he's become a monster.
Exactly. And he's not like over exaggerating.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do too much. Because remember, he's portraying half man, half machine.
Yeah.
So, and it's perfect that way. You can't say he's overdoing his role or he's underdoing it. It's just right.
Yeah. So I really like that part. And overall, there's one thing that I felt about the Justice League. I think everyone did. It's a much more lighter movie compared to the other movie. If you look
at way more humor.
If you look at Man of Steel, if you look at Batman, Superman, if you look at Suicide Squad, and Wonder Woman was fine. But if you look at the first three films, they had a lot of dark. They were a lot of dull or dark or what's the right word? Grittiness. They took sometimes. Okay, this is a criticism I have.
No, wait. Here's the thing. I think, and I get what you're saying. A lot of this has to do with when the Batman Begins trilogy started with Nolan.
Yeah.
Nolan associated a very dark tone.
Realistic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why, but they applied it wrongly to the Man of Steel because that would not fit the situation.
Yeah, there was some humor. Some of the humor was pretty good. It worked. Some of it felt like there were a few moments like they're trying too hard. Oh, spoilers. Superman comes back to life.
Didn't see that.
Like nobody knew. Oh yeah.
How does that even work?
I didn't see that coming. So
Jon Snow all over again.
Yes. I should have seen Game of Thrones.
Oh God. This is the part when I go, you haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a good show.
It's okay. I'm just on the third season right now.
Anyways, what I liked about the script was it felt more lighter, and you could actually cheer for these heroes. Like if you look at Batman and Superman, like Batman,
you can't cheer for anybody.
Yeah, I mean if you look at that, Batman is just straight up killing people. In Batman and Superman, remember that scene when he's shooting the bad guys?
And he shoots them with that.
He shoots them.
I'm like, wait, what just happened there?
Yes, I would agree. The action scenes were really cool. When I think they were fighting in the Gotham Harbor.
There was a fight in the Gotham Harbor.
Yeah,
there's also when Steppenwolf comes to Wonder Woman's home. And
that was a very good sequence.
By the way, we had to change our location because the battery died.
Oh yeah, that tends to
happen. And now we are shooting it from Honor's my phone. So yeah.
Yeah, you can tell with the difference.
Yes, that's how DIY we are.
Yeah. If you recall, my hair were like this long in the last one, and now they're like this.
Yes, and I was like this before. Okay, now let's come to the main part, the bad part. This is going to be a long part because I have a lot of issues with this film. Okay, Sharik, first of all, you talk about the bad part. What did you not like about this film?
Okay, well, for one, I kind of did feel it was a wee bit rushed. Also, here's the thing. I know I've thought a comparison kar raha hu, but I think it is kind of necessary. When Marvel brought together the Avengers, before getting to that, all the heroes had their solo movies. In this case, we've only had Batman introduced to us and Superman introduced to us in one movie. And then all of a sudden, everything is clogged up together.
Yeah.
So as much as there was a lot of individuality in this film for the other characters, you're not rooting as much as you wish you could have had because you did not see them in a solo film to attach yourselves with them. Also, there was something up with Superman's mouth when he came back to life.
Yeah, about that.
There's something really strange about that mouth.
So let me tell you a story, Sharik.
Oh, you mean the one I just happened to hear like 10 minutes ago?
But we're just gonna assume that you didn't hear it.
I didn't know, but do tell me, Mohi.
So people who don't know this, who haven't been following the Justice League news before it was coming out, Henry Cavill was done with the shoot, and he went on to shoot the film, the new Mission Impossible 6 with Tom Cruise.
No
So,
surprise.
in between, this is actually true. Zack Snyder's daughter unfortunately passed away, so he had to take a
That's
break. Yeah, he had to take a break from shooting.
Yeah.
So the movie wasn't like I think if I'm not wrong, wasn't complete, or they had to do some reshoots because the first cut wasn't. The Warner Brothers wasn't happy about it, so they had to do reshoots, but he wasn't available. So they brought in Joss Whedon, the same guy who made
The
Avengers.
Avengers and
Yes.
shit. And Avengers 2.
Yes. So they brought him in the movie, and he shot the reshoots, which I think I read it was like 15 to 20% of Justice League was reshot.
Whoa.
So because it was reshot, now Henry Cavill, he happened to grow a mustache for Mission Impossible 6,
Happened.
a big old like 80s porn mustache, and because of that, I just had to say it. Because
Midwestern
of that,
touch.
yeah. So because of that, now Paramount refused. This is actually true. Paramount told him no. They refused to give him permission. I read this in an article. They were like, no, you cannot shave it off. Even though Warner Brothers, I think they were willing to give them money, but they were like, nope, sorry.
You start to wonder all that money and fame, and you just can't shave your fucking mustache.
Exactly.
I mean, do these celebrities really even have that kind of life that we don't realize it, but we have more freedoms than they do.
Yes.
They just have more money than
Yes.
us. That's all.
So because they didn't give him permission, so Warner Brothers had to spend millions of dollars just to remove Henry Cavill's mustache. And even besides that, I'm gonna put up a picture right now, and you can see it right now. I'll put up a picture. Yeah, that's his CGI face. There's something very weird going on there. There were some people on Twitter who said that he looks like the human Shrek.
Okay, I think that's kind of like stretching it.
But
You
yeah.
just could tell that there's something wrong because
Yes.
his mouth was not aligned with the sides of his upper head.
Yes.
And when he's talking, it's like as if he's trying to struggle. He's talking through his teeth,
Yes.
which only helped in I know that we're at the bad part, but I can't believe I overlooked this one. The best part of this movie to me personally was the moment when Superman's holding Ben Affleck by
yeah.
the neck and he said, "Do you bleed?"
Yes.
The crowd went nuts hearing
Yeah, I
that. That
remember
was
that
so
scene.
brilliantly done.
I think that was great. And you know what? If you look at that scene, you can tell his face is CGI.
Huh.
So that scene was shot by Joss Whedon. See, Joss Whedon, all the scenes where he has like the CGI mouth, Joss Whedon shot that.
So you can tell कि थोड़ी सी MCU की साजिश पीछे
Yeah,
थी
but no.
उसकी. Dude, come on, let's be
No.
honest. You don't think that shit
But no,
happens?
but the thing is, you know, I really like Joss Whedon. Okay, we were talking about the bad parts now. So let's talk about the CGI face. It looked like an
Shrek.
yes, it looked bad.
Human Shrek.
Yes. There are some people like if you look at the movie, because I read what was happening when I was looking at the movie, it didn't feel like it was shot by one director. There were a lot of tonal issues in the movie. There's some scenes which are like too goofy, and there's some scenes which are it's like basically the visions of two directors, Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon, and it was meshed together. So sometimes there's like some tonal issues. Like for example, Batman is sometimes too goofy in this film.
That's one critique I also have.
I mean, there's a scene, if you remember, when Superman throws him away and he says, yeah, something is definitely bleeding. I laughed at that. But at the same time, I was like, this is not
That's
the
not something he would do.
Exactly. This is not...
When did Batman ever... The whole point of the Batman
Yeah.
is that he never had a sense of humor. Do you know that this is like one of DC's facts?
Yeah.
That every year, the Justice League has this game in which they try to get Batman to laugh, and they still haven't succeeded. So to see him doing funny stuff on the movie...
Yeah, it was not even funny, it was goofy.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
get me
losing
wrong.
his individuality.
Yeah, no, even, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the scene, but at the same time, I was like, that's not what something Batman would say.
That's something Ben Affleck would say.
No, that's what Joss Whedon made him say that.
That's something, but it's still Ben Affleck involved.
So
Christian
basically-
Bale have said yes.
So basically, whatever Ben Affleck does, if he saves two children from a burning fire, you'll be like, सब जरूर उसके पीछे कोई साजिश है." Whatever. So I thought there were some tonal issues with the film. I really like what Joss Whedon tried to do, but at the same time, it wasn't meshing well with the whole movie. Before this movie came out, even before Joss Whedon shot some of the scenes, I remember reading articles on, I don't know, Vanity Fair or somewhere, Variety, they kept on saying it, this movie is going to be so light, this movie is so light. They kept on saying that because a lot of people criticized Batman Superman
for being too
it was
dark.
too dark and self-serious.
Huh.
Like it takes itself way too seriously.
Yeah.
Dark Knight reference. So yeah, but yeah, I felt there was tonal issues. Okay, and the second thing, we have talked about the tonal issues. We talked about the horrendous CGI mustache removal, and yeah, and let's talk about the thing that Joss Whedon tried to do. I feel like there were too many jokes sometimes.
Yeah.
You know,
It would have
and-
fitted Flash. That
yeah,
made sense.
if Flash makes jokes, it's fine.
Yeah.
But and by the way,
Here's the thing, maybe they should have specifically thought through who's gonna be the funny one.
Yeah.
Flash would count. Cyborg could maybe crack. No, Aquaman.
yes,
He could do maybe a Joker too.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the rest, especially the Dark Knight and Wonder Woman and Superman,
yeah,
a sense of humor is not generally what they're known for.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, Superman smiles,
Yeah.
he's a nice guy, but we don't expect a joke from him like a man walks into a bar.
One of the issues that I will agree with you what you said earlier is because they haven't had their solo films. I felt the characters were rushed. I mean, Aquaman, he was fine, but I didn't really feel for him because I felt he was rushed and he was this surfer dude. You know, like, "Mama." He's dropping one line.
Do you know, I'll be very honest, given that I've been seeing Aquaman
He was
since
basically
comics
playing
and-
himself, by the way.
Exactly.
Jason Momoa.
When he said "my man," I'm like, that's not what he would say. That's not Aquaman. That's just Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
For the record, I will not deny that while I was at the cinema watching this, the moment he made his first appearance, the ladies went wild. Especially the one sitting next to me. My ears were ringing. He's good, okay? He's a good-looking guy.
He made us all feel very adequate.
Exactly. It's like watching 300 again. No matter how much you like the movie, every time it's done, you're like, yeah, I really gotta get to the gym.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Or steroids.
Yeah, or steroids. Well, whatever, man.
And okay, some of the plot points did not make it just felt like, okay, so they need Superman. Batman decides that he needs Superman to defeat Steppenwolf's army.
Yeah.
I just felt that was very rushed. Like Batman is supposed to be the most intelligent one, most calculated one. He doesn't take like
Shit from nobody.
yeah, no, but he doesn't. That's what I was getting
Oh,
at.
okay.
The thing is, Batman is the one who's the most calculated one, right? He's the detective.
The greatest detective in the
Exactly,
world.
and he doesn't take like irrational decisions. All of a sudden in the movie, they decide that, hey guys, he says, and he's the one who's saying this, not someone else. He's the one who's saying, okay, we need to bring Superman back. And even though Wonder Woman, she's being the voice of reason, okay, you idiot, think about it. This can seriously backfire. Like, look at what happened in Doomsday.
Yeah.
You know, when they mixed Zod and Luthor's blood.
Exactly, yeah.
Look at what happened. What if he becomes the evil version? And he's like, no, but we have to do this. I just felt that was very out of character. I found that hard to believe. The whole sequence of bringing Superman back, I felt it was very rushed. Just like that, he's born. Boom.
Yeah.
And when he comes back to life, Superman has no beard.
Yeah, that Man of Steel में उसकी दाढ़ी थी.
He's
been
like-
dead for a while.
Like he's been working out in grave or
Yeah,
something.
how does one do that?
Yeah, he's not out of shape. Okay, forget the out of shape. There's no beard, like nothing.
There's no hair growth even, yeah.
Yes,
I
like-
remember in the comics that Superman used to have
Like,
long hair once.
the story they were inspired by Death of Superman. I remember when he comes back, he has this black costume. and
Actually, we
everything.
saw that picture
Yes.
circulating on the internet. So
Yeah,
when he
it
came
was
back
rumored.
like this,
Yes.
I was confused. There was no black uniform wearing Superman.
Yeah, it was just a logical thing. You will have a beard, right?
Yeah.
Like you know, whatever.
I mean, he may not have a full beard, but
Yeah.
he was clean shaven.
Yeah.
How does a guy waking up from the grave come back clean shaven?
Yeah.
Okay, I know again we're gonna go back a bit to Batman v Superman, but this interplays more here. The fact is, we know there's an abrupt change of alliances between Batman and Superman just because their mothers had the same name.
Yes.
And now when we're coming to this movie, it's like as if he's missing his bestest friend ever.
Thank you for saying that, Sharik.
Yes.
That was too loud. But thank you for saying that, Sharik. Because this is the main point I was about to get at. This is the last big criticism I have.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyone who has seen Man of Steel, who has seen Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad, and even Wonder Woman, in Man of Steel and especially in Batman v Superman, because that was the prequel to this movie, they make it seem like they always show this that the world is divided on Superman.
Okay.
You know, there's some people who
Well, they
support
were,
him.
that was the whole point of it. They were
Yeah,
divided.
they are divided and they're polarized, but there were a lot of people who hated him,
Yeah.
right? And who wanted him to go away.
Yeah.
In this movie, the opening sequence, they're showing that the world is lost without hope because there's no Superman. Where are all the people who hated
Yeah.
Superman, who wanted him to be gone?
Exactly.
I thought about this. If you really want to enjoy Justice League, because see, there was a certain tone that was set by Zack Snyder because, like it or not, he is the father of the DC movie universe. There was a certain
Yeah, I don't
tone.
like that part, just by the way.
Well, yeah, but here, it's a fact.
Oh man.
So, like, Man of Steel, he directed Man of Steel, he directed Batman v Superman, and he directed this. So he has a big part to play.
Yeah.
So, like it or not, he set a certain tone for this universe, this DC extended universe. Justice League, it feels to me like if you want to truly enjoy it, you need to ignore every movie that came before that. because tonally speaking, it looks like a completely different movie. They are making it sound like if you look at the Justice League, everything is more hopeful, and everyone forgets the part. Like that's why I was bringing up the people being mad at Superman. Everyone is missing him in Justice League.
Yeah.
Batman, all of a sudden is saying there's a scene where he's talking to Alfred, and he says to him, and he says to him, we need Clark. He would have inspired the team.
Which
You
is
didn't
odd,
even
dude.
know Clark. You never even knew him. You knew him for like a night when you tried to kill him.
He was just trying to kill him a moment ago.
You tried
and
to
now
kill
it's
him.
all okay.
Exactly, you tried to kill him. He says your mother's name. Then you're super besties. And that's it, he dies.
And then he's dead.
How do you know?
How much of an exchange did they have? Is she
Exactly.
with you? I thought she was with you. The end. That's it.
They hardly shared 2 hours together.
Oh my god.
And
yeah.
he's making it sound like in Justice League like he's known him for some time.
Huh.
So that's what I'm saying. This movie is making it sound like you need to, if you really want to enjoy Justice League, you have to ignore everything that came before that. And that's
Logic is not the thing
exactly.
for you.
That's a hard pill to swallow because obviously a lot of people they've seen the previous movie. So when I was seeing this in Cineplex, I was watching it in Newplex, I was like, I don't remember that happening. When did they go out on a dhaba and have chai?
Exactly.
He's
Not a
making, it
cup
sound
chai.
like, he's making it sound like he's known him for a very long
Yeah,
time.
chatti buddies hai. बचपन से हम sand
He
castles
says,
बना रहे थे.
like he would have inspired the team, and the team needs Clark. I'm like, dude, you hardly
Wait,
knew him.
why did he even call him Clark? You're not on a first-person basis to
Yeah,
begin
I
with.
mean, if you would have said Superman, that's fine.
Superman would have been a bit more
Yeah.
professional, yeah.
Just because like,
Just because you find out that some guy has the same mom whose name
God,
is similar to
we need to
yours.
talk about Batman Superman in a different review.
Yeah, I agree. Because it
all
keeps
of
coming
these
back to
problems
them.
come back to that film, and
Which goes to show how critical that film
Yes.
is.
Okay, so now we have done this part. There's another part of this. When Superman comes back to life, when I was watching the film, I actually got a bit emotional and I'm confused at the same time. And when he came back to life, and remember he was kicking ass and Steppenwolf and he's cracking jokes. That was the Superman of the comics. That was the Superman of Justice League cartoons. That felt like, oh yes, this is a Superman that we've always wanted. We didn't get in Man of Steel. We didn't get in Batman v Superman. But at the same time, I was like, wait, so did his personality change because he came back to life? What about that serious, depressing dude from Batman v Superman? He's now all of a sudden cracking jokes and he's funny?
I don't know, man. Maybe, I guess we found it funny. There's a scene in which Steppenwolf is giving a monologue.
Yeah.
And then Superman comes from behind it. I will credit this, that they kind of gave a tribute as to what Superman has been doing since Christopher Reeve portrayed him.
Yes.
The standing for justice and truth. He says that line, I
Yes.
stand for justice, I stand for truth.
He was
and then he
reminding-
starts beating the shit out of him.
I loved when he was
Interesting.
doing that because I honestly, this is credit to Henry Cavill and Joss Whedon because he reshot those scenes.
Yeah.
They reminded me of the comic book Superman. I was like, this is the Superman that we deserve, but
Not
we
the
never,
one that we need.
but we didn't get this in Man of Steel and Batman Superman. But the thing is, a lot of people are already used to that tone, and now all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm happy and I'm very good.
I'm a good guy, you know? Because I'm American.
Exactly.
Actually, he's British.
And he's smiling. And I like that, but at the same time, that's what I'm saying. If you really want to enjoy Justice League, you need to ignore whatever happened before.
Yeah.
Because they went it's like he had a split personality and he changed after coming back.
Split personality disorder
Like he
or
had
something, yeah.
Doomsday pierce him through the chest and he's now like, oh, I'm happy.
I just
Superman.
came from a near-death experience. It's all good, guys.
Yes, I'm cracking jokes and all. Again,
But I would, again, this is something I would like to thank Joss Whedon for. Given that Man of Steel was no one's favorite in Batman v Superman or in Man of Steel itself, he kind of like got that boost that he deserved. Now people are liking him more because of the way he's beating the shit out of Steppenwolf, and now he is the Superman that we finally want. Just
this
like you
is the
said.
Superman we deserve, but we
But
didn't
not the
get.
one we didn't.
And one more thing, in Batman v Superman, if you remember that scene, remember when they bury him and when they leave,
stones start to flow.
the dust, the what's the right
There are
word? The
stones,
sand,
it starts to flow.
it's trying to flow. There
Wait.
was no reference of that over here. He's still dead in this film.
I didn't think of that. That was implying he might be alive. But in this case, he's
Yes.
completely dead.
Yes.
Unless it was just a temporary flotation.
This shows you how Warner Brothers did not think this through. There's some serious continuity issues over here.
Yeah.
Okay, in finishing and closing, did I enjoy Justice League? Yes, I did. But at the same time, the movie has a lot of problems. It has a lot of problems, but I like this. You know what? Because now I can understand.
Oh wait, we kind of overlooked the post-credit scene. That's like the most critical.
Oh
part.
yes, let's talk about the post-credit scene. So they hinted at.
They didn't hint. They kind of like. Just
Well,
showed it in
yes,
front of
they
you,
full
yeah.
on
It's
said
just
it.
their yellow part.
Deathstroke and played by Joe something, I forget his name.
Sofia Vergara's husband.
Yeah,
that's the
just
only way
one.
I know of him.
Mr. Sofia Vergara. So, Deathstroke played by Mr. Sofia Vergara, and
But he looked badass, man.
yeah,
That's like the coolest thing.
that costume was pretty cool. And Lex Luthor,
Who I hate.
Yeah, well, he seemed to have I don't know if you noticed Jesse Eisenberg. He seemed to have toned it down a bit because
It was just one scene, man. I
hope-
don't know how much he.
I hope he keeps it down
Please
and not
do.
goes all Sharik Khan.
If he
Like-
does, I will too. There were so
like-
many better selections for Lex Luthor.
Like
okay?
imagine him saying like Superman. Like I can imagine him totally saying that. Like that are from Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, Bollywood all the way, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, but I like that scene. There, they hint at Injustice League, or I'm sorry, Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom.
That's their like.
Now they're making their own secret
yes,
society.
that's what he says. And the other scene that was also nice. Flash races Superman.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
a
nice
tribute to. I remember seeing so many pictures of who's the fastest
Yes,
man alive.
there's this long-going
This is-
debate
yeah.
in comics. Like it's a friendly debate, like who would win. Even
We
though
all
I
know
believe
it's the Flash,
It's the
man.
Flash, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
just
but
in case,
don't tell anyone that.
yeah, just in case Superman have it, you're like,
Yeah, that guy really needs to smile more now.
yeah, he is smiling so much now. You know, and
He
you
could smile more. He could
You
really
know,
smile
I read it
more.
in the I read it in the article after Justice League was released that Henry Cavill said in an interview, okay, he agrees with what Joss Whedon's vision is, and now he wants to portray the Superman from the comics. You know, one thing I think Henry Cavill is really good at, that is PR and diplomatic spinning the truth.
About that. This guy, he was labeled the most unluckiest guy in Hollywood because he wasn't getting really important roles.
Yes.
He got sidelined for, I think,
He even put James Bond.
James Bond.
Superman way before.
Way pehle.
Yeah.
He's been struggling throughout, yeah. I think it was only Man of Steel that shot him to fame.
Yeah. I mean, I like the guy. I think he's a good Superman. I hope he just gets better scripts.
Absolutely.
But now,
And I would still root for him to be Bond. He would make a good Bond.
I think he will. Yeah, I think he kind of. He did.
Daniel
play
Craig is getting old, man.
He did play kind of like a super spy in that film he did, Man from Uncle.
The man from
Yeah, but he was playing an American spy, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in closing,
Yes.
did we enjoy Justice League? Yes, we did, but it has a lot of flaws and tonal issues. I had
exactly.
a big issue with tonal issues. If you really want to enjoy Justice League, ignore everything that came before.
Absolutely.
This is like a brand new. This is like a mini reboot of this whole universe, if you can say that. They are going with a different tone now, which is fine. But
As
yeah.
long as they don't mess up that as well. Because
Yeah.
you've had a series of a lot of disappointments. This is a major improvement.
Yeah.
And should they continue at this pace and get better and better, I can guarantee that they will finally achieve a very equal status or maybe even a higher benchmark against MCU.
Is this film better than Batman Superman? 100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
It's better than Suicide Squad
Yes.
as well.
I actually enjoyed Suicide Squad.
Yeah, okay, Suicide Squad is again another polarizing film because it's 50-50.
Yeah.
You can either love it or you can just simply hate it.
Yeah,
I
I enjoyed
placed
it.
too many expectations on that film. So.
I enjoyed it. I was actually, because we were getting bad reviews, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna suck. When I saw it, I was like, oh, not bad.
No, keep your expectations low
Yeah.
next time when you go see a movie.
So Justice League, I'm gonna give it out of 10. I'm gonna give it 6.5.
Okay, I'll give it the same rating.
Yeah.
Because on an average, most DC movies have been like 4 or 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
So 6 is a good improvement.
We would really like to thank the great community center, the great club. They provided us this space. It's really good. If you guys haven't been here, you should definitely check it out. Like Sharik has even performed here. And Sharik, can you tell us what this place is about a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. This is an open space for musicians, for performers of any kind. We have stand-up shows, we have gigs, we have even theater shows as well. I mean, it's a small place, but inshallah, I'll get a bigger room.
Inshallah.
So if you're looking for a place to simply drop by for a cup of tea, to talk, to read a book, or anything, this is definitely the place for you.
I'm gonna share the link of their Facebook page in the caption, so do check it out and do drop by here. It's very good. It's very welcoming.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Amazing chai. Thank you, Zisha.
Oh yeah, I love the chai by the way.
Yeah, we
Love-
had like 3 or 4.
You guys need to have the chai. It's actually pretty good. Yeah. So this was fun, Sharik.
Yeah. Is this the part when you have to say something funny just because we're closing out the episode?
I know we don't need to have that pressure, or do we?
It's already kind of there.
Right.
Is that the joke itself?
I don't know. So I think there's only one thing we can end it on. I think we need to show that.
Oh man. Ugh. Dude, that's inappropriate on so many fucking levels.
Okay, guys.
Make it go away!
This is us signing off, and it says "Daddy is bat."
What does that even mean?